Shawn Porter is getting trained, well, actually sparring, getting mimicked for Terence Crawford by Gervonta Tank Davis. And we're going to talk about how this can play a big part for Shawn Porter in this fight on November 20th. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So we got some news here for y'all, as Shawn Porter, the two-time welterweight champion of the world, is recently in training camp. He's training his ass off for Terence Crawford November 20th. Be on the lookout, guys, for that fight. And Shawn Porter is getting some help from Gervonta Tank Davis in sparring, and I don't know if it's going to help him that much, but it seems to me that Gervonta Tank Davis has a higher ring IQ and the skill set to do so. So I believe he can do it. The only difference is Gervonta Tank Davis ain't got the height or reach. But what's coming from a few trainers is that Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting like Terence Crawford, mimicking his moves and on what Terence Crawford is going to do. And Shawn Porter is reportedly having no problems of Terence Crawford switching from orthodox to southpaw. He feels comfortable with it. And I said this from the beginning, guys, that Shawn Porter also stated that it doesn't matter what Terence Crawford do, I'm coming for you. You're not going to have time to switch to orthodox and southpaw. And Shawn Porter seems to be doing that well. And I want to state this as well, is that Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz on December 4th, I believe. And it's also helping Gervonta Tank Davis in the way, because Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting a pressure fighter, which they claim Isaac Pitbull Cruz is Mexican Mike Tyson. I don't believe that BS. He's not. I seen Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He's reckless. His defense is not well. And Gervonta Tank Davis, don't even be surprised if he stops him or knock him out. I'm not impressed. He's not no damn Mike Tyson. I don't give a damn what people say. He's not even that good of a fighter. Basically, this is a cherry pick for Gervonta Tank Davis. But y'all know the rest. But anyway, Shawn Porter is seeming to be having a little amounts of success. I'm not saying great amounts, little amounts of success adjusting to the orthodox and southpaw stance. And also, Kenny Porter has also stated that Gervonta Tank Davis seems to be more heavier than Shawn Porter. I don't know what that is about. Usually, Shawn Porter is a much fit guy, and Shawn Porter, he's always staying in shape. So I'm assuming he walks around 150 pounds. That's not far off to make 147, but he walks around 150. I don't never see Shawn Porter. He might have 160 if he just doesn't train, but Shawn Porter always stay physically fit, so he never really goes overweight. But Gervonta Tank Davis should not be heavier than Shawn Porter, because Gervonta Tank Davis, I believe, is fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz at 135. So I don't think that Gervonta Tank Davis should be even heavier than Gervonta Tank Davis. And I believe Shawn Porter has like a 2-reach arm advantage and a few inch height advantage because Shawn Porter's 5'7", Gervonta is 5'5". So, but with that being said, Shawn Porter seems to be comfortable with the power of Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis does have a lot of power, and Shawn Porter is going to be expecting Terence Crawford to throw that left hand and throw that right hand. And so Gervonta Tank Davis is tricking Shawn Porter into the right hand and using the left hand very fast. And this is basically the style Terence Crawford is going to use, but he's going to be boxing you. That's the thing. He's going to box and try to throw that right hand and get it off. And be in mind, guys, that Terence Crawford, last few knockouts, has ended in the southpaw stance. And it's Terence Crawford last few fights has ended in the southpaw stance. So Shawn Porter is going to be expecting Terence Crawford to knock him out. And this is where Gervonta Tank Davis comes into play. He's going to throw that hand. And it seems to me, his trainer, Kenny Porter, says that it's not going to be a problem. We have this covered. And we're going to give Terence Crawford the hardest fight of his life. And I think that Gervonta Tank Davis is a great sparring partner. It's going to help him for Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and this is going to help Shawn Porter for Terence Crawford. So basically, the two is going to be locked and loaded, ready to go. But here's what I want to say, okay? Shawn Porter, okay, this could be his last opportunity. He already stated himself that my back is against the wall. This is my last shot. I got to give it everything I got. So we don't know what version of Shawn Porter we're going to get. Some people say we should get the Shawn Porter that fought Yordenis Ugas. I think so, but I want to see that version of Shawn Porter when he fought Adrian Bronner. That's the version I would want to see Shawn Porter. It's just my opinion on it. I think that version of Shawn Porter was applying the pressure very well. You know, he wasn't giving Adrian Bronner no breaks. Now you see that Adrian Bronner wound up caught him at the close of the championships round. And usually Adrian Bronner, I still don't know to this day how he lost after a knockdown. I still don't know. And Errol Spence knocked Shawn Porter down. Now, I would love to see the version of when Shawn Porter fought Errol Spence Jr. He didn't give Errol Spence no break. That Errol Spence said, hell no, I don't want to get back in the ring with Shawn Porter. That dude was tough. But I think if Errol Spence fought Shawn Porter again, I think Errol Spence is going to change his whole game plan. I think Errol Spence is going to be more versatile and stay on the outside and catch something for Shawn Porter when he comes on the inside, because, you know, coming on the inside is very, very dangerous, and you can get caught with a shot that you don't see. I give the Mexican fighters a lot of props, because a lot of Mexican fighters, they know how to work their way on the inside without getting knocked out. And, you know, not all Mexican fighters can do it, but, you know, the top tier Mexican fighters can do it. Like a Canelo Alvarez, he can do it very, very well. Protect himself very well on the inside and wait for that one shot. You know, he does it very well. But, guys, I'm excited for this fight. We're going to see if Shawn Porter is going to show up. Now, a lot of people want Shawn Porter to lose after what he said for Deontay Wilder. You know, I'm not going to discredit the man for that. I'm not going to discredit Shawn Porter for what he said from Deontay Wilder. Now, we know he on some coonish type of stuff, but, you know, this is going to be a great fight. You guys can't miss this fight. You know, we had a great fight a few weeks with Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. Now we're about to get another great fight. I'm telling you guys, boxing is coming back. You know, this is a great sport to watch and get into. It makes you want to become a boxer in some way. It makes me want to become a boxer in some way, watching these guys, you know. But boxing takes a lot of skill, a lot of patience, focus, and hard work and dedication to become a boxer like these guys are. It's nothing to it. But, you know, guys, I'm excited for this fight. I think that Shawn Porter is going to give everything he's got. He knows that if he loses, he's the gatekeeper. We don't know. We might see Shawn Porter retire on the stool if Terence Crawford knocks it out. Who knows? Well, I'm not going to pick against the grain. I'm already picking Terence Crawford by knockout. I'm not going to pick a round. I'm just going to pick him by knockout. I think that Terence Crawford is going to make a statement on the people that say he has lackluster opponents. Now, listen, I got to say this again, okay? Terence Crawford has fought some good opponents, but he hasn't fought for the die-hard boxing fans, he hasn't fought the level of competition that we wanted to fight him. We wanted to see him fight. And a lot of Terence Crawford fans, look, they ride for Terence Crawford. They may say some crazy things for Terence Crawford, but they want to see him fight the big dogs now. They want to see him fight for the championship big dogs now. So, but with that being said, guys, I'm not going to keep this video too long. It is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.